Hi, I'm Debbie Cottrell.
And I'm Sarah DeDonatis, and we wish to welcome you to Let's Talk Wellness, where we dig deeper into all things young
When
living.
last went to Florida, that we had to go through the, your TSA thing. And so we did the body scan, the full body scan, and I come out and the lady says, I'm going to have you step to the side because we're going to have to pat you down. And as I step over to the side, I'm seeing this other woman, and she is getting the full body pat down. They've got her spread eagle, they're going down the legs, everything.
The horror.
And I'm just thinking, oh, good Lord, why are we doing this? And then the lady comes over, and because she's being very apologetic, being very professional, and she says, I just want to tell you, we have to pat you down, but I'm only going to be checking your left knee and your right ankle. Okay. And she comes around and she pats down my left knee and my right ankle. And I'm thinking, I don't know what that lady did, but thank God I didn't do it. And we went on our way. And the funny thing is, I got the exact same thing when we came back from Florida.
Your same knee, same ankle?
Same knee, same ankle. And so I'm not sure what the issue was.
And did you ask?
No, I wouldn't want to ask.
Well, why would
I
you be looking at my knee and my
Why?
ankle?
Because you should be checking my right knee. No, I didn't want to ask.
You're like, fine, then spread eagle.
Exactly.
That's why she got her full pat down.
Probably it.
She asked too many questions.
So no, I did not ask. But what I was thrilled about was the fact that my oils didn't cause any issue on the way there or on the way back.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so I found out that these are the 15 milliliter bottles. So the 5 milliliter bottles, you can pretty much fill up a quart-sized baggie with those 5 milliliter bottles.
That's awesome.
And not have any issue whatsoever. And I had that, plus I had in my purse, I had a couple other things. I had my peppermint in case I got nauseous and stuff like that. So, but yeah, there was no issues.
That is so cool. Yeah, see, I don't travel with full bottles, just because I always dilute everything I use, because I'm cheap and like to stretch things out. So I actually traveled with roller balls, and so, it was listed on the outside of the bottle what was in there.
Right.
But never had any issue, never stopped me, nothing. As long as it fit in that quart bag, they were fine with it.
I mean, they didn't even look at it like, what is this? And, cautious, is there something other than what it is?
Right.
I mean, there was nothing.
No.
They didn't even pull it out to look at it. They just kind of looked at my bag and went, okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're more worried about a bottle of water than they are about essential oils, which is
Oh,
phenomenal.
yeah, that did hold us up. When we were coming back.
Oh, no!
When we were coming back from Florida, we couldn't figure out what was taking so darn long.
Right.
And it was because we were in such a hurry that I'd completely forgotten about the bottle of water that I bought.
Oh, Lord.
And it was in my purse. And I just stuck my purse in the bin, and it went through, and they had to go and... Turned out it was my bottle of water that held us up. So, yeah, they didn't care about my oils, but they certainly cared about that bottle of water.
Yes, which is comforting because, I mean, I will not travel without oils again. I mean, just taking my kids down to Disney World and being able to get on the plane and wipe down the tables and the air stuff and the handrails and everything so that we didn't get anything prior to going down there, and then knowing that we could protect ourselves because... billions of people from all over the world walk through Disney World with God knows what. So, the germaphobe that I've become after having kids is definitely, was appeased knowing that I had this protection, and my hand sanitizer that I make at home was much more powerful than anything I could buy at the store.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and you didn't have to worry about all the alcohol in it, drying out your skin or anything like that.
Exactly. Even though there was 94% humidity. But we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. My peppermint spray came in handy. Let me tell you, that thing, I make those little itty bitty spray bottles that slip right in my pocket. And I carry 2 at all times in Florida and use them to their fullest potential. It's phenomenal. God bless America.
I had, on the flight there, I was getting nauseous. Mostly on the descent. So I just had my peppermint. Dave's like, oh my, what are you doing? Because I was over in the corner because I was against the window and I'm over in the corner. He's like, what are you doing? Like, leave me alone.
It's one of my favorite oils. It's there for you when you're not feeling well. It's there for you when you're feeling a little too toasty. Your body's warmer than the rest of the world.
Exactly.
Having your own personal moment, and it's wonderful and it's uplifting too. I mean, it will be in my car because I'm going to be driving down to South Carolina It will be in my car in the diffuser because I'm going to need that for the 12-hour flight that drive that I'm about to take.
Right. No, absolutely.
So you're telling me about an article you're reading with flight, but you never really got into it.
The 19 secrets that flight attendants don't want you to know.
I don't know that I really want to know this.
Well, there were a couple that I already knew. Things like, more than likely there's going to be a couple hours where your pilot's asleep. I knew that.
Yeah.
They have to work in, I think it's like 16-hour shifts, stuff like that. So I'm sure they get tired, but then that's why you have a co-pilot. So I'm not worried so much about that.
Right.
Some of the things that I found interesting were that the flight attendants go around and they just pick up any trash that you might leave behind, but nothing gets wiped down. So the tray that somebody might have down that they were working on and they sneezed all over or whatever, wiped their face and rubbed it all on there.
Got air sick.
Yeah. That doesn't get wiped up or anything. So
that's horrible.
Yeah. So my next flight to Florida, I'm going to be bringing some Thieves wipes because I'm going to be wiping everything down.
Yes.
Yeah. And then what was the other one? One other one that stuck out was, what was it? I lost it.
I love it. When you read it, that happens to me all the time.
It'll pop up in a second.
It'll come. But I mean, Thieves is one of my go-to oils. It was the oil that got me into Young Living because I have a horrible immune system. I have 4 autoimmune system disorders, as you know.
Right.
So when my children started school, especially everything that was going on in the school, whether it was with my child or not, I got it. It was horrible. And then where it should have been a week-long illness, it could go a month or two.
Right.
And would end up in strong medication. So I finally got a hold of my friend, and we got together, and she's like, you don't have to be sick anymore. And that got my attention, So I attended a class, and I learned about Thieves, and that's what got me to buy the kit and got started because it changed my life.
Yep.
And once I knew the oils worked, the whole family got the stomach flu except me. And I knew at that point that my immune system was now able to stop these things.
Right.
Obviously with hygiene and things on my part after helping them, but still, I mean, it was amazing. So Thieves is like my go-to oil, definitely. And you said peppermint. Of course, we both love peppermint deeply.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My other one is Stress Away.
Oh.
Running 2 businesses, there's a lot of stress in the day. And so a lot of times I either diffuse it. Sometimes it's just in my purse and I need to. I just put some on my wrist, wear it like perfume. And then the other thing is actually my blend. It is the allergy blend. So lavender, lemon, and peppermint. I have that in a roller ball with some coconut oil because sometimes it's just my eyes will be watery or I'm sneezing all the time or something. And I have allergies to so many things out in nature.
Right.
So there's always something going on.
Right.
So I just roll that on and I don't have to worry about it.
And it doesn't help that we had a 40-degree drop in the last 3 days.
Yeah, no.
So, it went from being 80 degrees to now 40. And so that has played havoc with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And especially, coming into the winter that we're doing now, but then going into the spring and summer, I mean, it gets bad again because all that mold is now being exposed.
Well, exactly. And with all the rain that we've had,
Yes.
everything's wet. And if it doesn't dry out well enough, it starts getting moldy and that starts getting airborne. And I started having issues with that.
Right, so seasonal issues is a big one. So that's awesome. That's awesome. And your most favorite oil is one of my most favorite oils, and I say that tongue in cheek, is Digize. It is my go-to everything tummy oil. I really rely on it for a lot of things, especially with there was a time I couldn't even touch my stomach through my skin. And so I was taking it, and it really helped. I mean, it was within 2-3 weeks, and I talked to my doctor about it, and he's like, seriously, if it's working for you, continue using it. And if I've eaten something too spicy, like we had chili last night, and there was definitely a Digize moment. If I go to a restaurant, you eat out a lot, so sometimes you eat a meal, and you're like, I don't think they were just as clean as they claim they were.
Right.
And I'll come home and proactively put some digest in my mouth, just thinking hopefully it'll, kind of help. The properties in digest kind of protect you from a lot of different things in regards to your digestive health. And so I love the oil. It's a powerful oil. And so I usually tell new people, put a drop or two in a spoonful of honey and take it down.
That would be a good option. Yeah, I do not like the smell of it.
No,
at all.
And that's why I won't put it on my skin. A lot of people will mix it with peppermint and in a roller and put it around their belly, diluted with a carrier oil, like it's fractionated coconut oil. But I take it straight now. But I did start with a honey and a spoon, and it made it go down a little.
Yeah, I'd have to try the honey because I did try putting a drop in my mouth, and that went
horribly wrong.
That went horribly wrong.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So I'll try the honey.
Yes.
When I do use it, it's usually, I don't even use a full drop of the Digest. I put my hand over the bottle and kind of tip it just so it gets wet, and then it's a drop of peppermint, and then I rub that on my stomach.
That's awesome.
Just because I just cannot get past that smell.
Right. And if you leave it on your skin for only like 2.5 minutes, so it goes in, then you can wash it off with soap or water.
But you got to be very careful with that, because depending on how you put it on, if it gets on your clothing, it's not going to hurt your clothing, but the smell is there.
Yes. I went to a funeral of a high school friend of mine, and I put some Digest in my mouth. Well, one drop dropped on my dress-up clothes. Didn't realize it till I was almost there, and I'm like, what is it? Oh, dear Lord. So here I am seeing all of these high school people I haven't seen in over 20 years.
Have you
smelling
smelled
like
Sarah?
Digest. I know. And then the next week we had another high school friend, sadly enough, and so I got to see them not smelling like Digest.
Oh, thank goodness.
But yeah, that's why I don't put it on my skin. I don't like the smell of it. So if I do want to put something on my tummy or the children's tummy, I will put just peppermint, and it does calm it a lot more. But Digest is really powerful and just your 1-2 punch to lean on. So love that oil.
When you use the peppermint on your kids, do you dilute it?
Oh, by all means. Peppermint is what you would consider a hot oil, as you know. So I put in a tall roller bottle like this size, so it's 10 milliliters. I will put probably 8 drops of peppermint, and then the rest of it is a fractionated coconut oil.
Yeah.
So it makes it more dilute. It doesn't dilute the actual usage.
Right.
The oil is still as potent, but it's spreading it out, so it's not going to burn the skin, which peppermint can tend to do.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just, I'm thick-skinned. I can take just about anything. Peppermint is not an issue. If I need it, I can just put it straight on my stomach, or a lot of times in the summer, I'll put some on my hand, rub it on the back of my neck to help cool me down. But it doesn't bother me that way. David, it does bother David a little bit more. He's a little more sensitive to it, and so he uses a roller ball if he has to.
Right. I mean, even in the seasonal trio that you have here, I sometimes the peppermint, just putting it underneath my eyes, the fumes from the peppermint.
Yeah, I don't do that. I only rub it on my neck, and it's because of because of the amount of peppermint I do use in there. I
like that. So you can smell. You actually.
I
smell
still smell it coming up.
Oh,
but
love
I don't.
that.
But the fumes aren't so close to my eyes; they don't burn.
Okay.
No, in this bottle, there's easily 10 drops each.
Yeah.
Of the oils, and then I don't even fill it all the way. It's only filled 3/4 of the way.
Oh yeah,
with,
I see. There's a line right there.
Yeah. It's only filled 3/4 of the way with the oil.
That's awesome.
So it's quite potent.
Right. I love the idea of.
I need it.
Yeah.
My allergies is like a 4-season. My seasonal allergies are all 4 seasons.
Yes,
so.
yeah. So it's Dennis's. He puts that on at bedtime, every night to help him to breathe a little better.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. And I also have my Ningxia because I've taken the Ningxia challenge for the 30 days.
Yeah.
And because I drank out of the bags, it was 2 ounces a day, where the challenge is 1, and that was something special. I've gotten away from it, and I want to get back onto it because. I didn't get the 2 o'clock slump. In fact, I would time my Ningxia drinking to about that time.
Oh, okay.
So once the caffeine and my energy had gone, I would find that energy back. And there's nothing energetic in there. It's just all natural drink of wolfberries and blends of essential oils. And my Lord, night and day. Night and day. And I would even find myself mixing some of the other supplements that Young Living has, the liquid supplements, in with it to make them go down a little easier.
Yes.
what is the one, the mineral one?
I take Mineral Essence.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's
it's
that's all kinds of hurt.
I seriously, I am surprised that you have trouble taking that.
Yeah.
When you can just drop Digest right in your mouth. Sorry.
No
but
fair. No fair. No, yeah, no. A Digest is something small. Mineral Essence, it was a whole nother wake up call.
Yeah.
I didn't, and they're like, just put it in the refrigerator, it'll be great. And I put the 5 drops. Sorry, I put the 5 drops right on my tongue, and I'm like, oh, holy mother! I didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, I can't do that, but I do mix it in my Ningxia. They say you can put it in water. It is potent.
Right.
I mean, to me, it just tastes like a lot of cinnamon. I taste cinnamon and clove and stuff like that.
I'll have to try it again.
But I don't care for that.
Right.
When people make an apple pie or a pumpkin pie, I'm very leery about what it's going to taste like because I don't like a lot of cinnamon and clove. So because of that, I do put it in the Ningxia.
Right. And the Ningxia is just like a fruit drink. It is just phenomenal.
It makes it taste more like spiced apple cider when you add that to it because it kind of gives it that flavor like you would with apple cider.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's a nice little. I like sometimes if I'm having a really bad day, I'll pour it into a champagne or a wine
party
glass.
It up, huh?
I pour it into a wine glass, and it's my special. That's how I feel special is I drink Ningxia out of wine glass. But it's a nice drink, and the fact that you get a couple to try in the kit is phenomenal because it's just like a little gift to try it and enjoy it. And some people throw them in the freezer and have a little slush. I mean, I
haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, you got to make it an event. Drinking Ningxia is an event. The English have tea, and we have our Ningxia, and I think that's a phenomenal thing to add to your daily routine.
Right.
Because you really do notice a difference in yourself. Not just with the slump, but for a lot of things. Your energy, your overall wellness. It is a phenomenal drink. So
I agree.
I brought these bottles because like I said earlier, I'm cheap. So I make a thief spray. So when I'm not feeling well, or if I'm going somewhere really scary, like a shopping mall, and I've got a cart, I'll spray that on there. I'll spray it in my mouth if I've been in the people mover or something where there's a lot of people going on. I'm in a small area. Right. I'll spray that in my mouth just to kind of be a proactive kind of let me not catch whatever you have. But I love my thief spray. That when my throat's feeling funny, I like to spray it back there, and it gives it that soothing feeling. Just like putting a drop of thieves and a drop of lemon in your tea. Same thing. It just gives you that healing. And then my purification spray, all things stinky. All things stinky get the purification spray. We cleaned out my car the other day in preparation for my trip, and I thought we took out all the rubber mats and everything got purified. Clothes and running in the summertime when everybody's just gardening and things. You just need a little extra help.
Yep.
And so little kids too. Little kids, just fun. But yeah, so purification is a great spray to make, and it's just distilled water and purification. I mean, how simple can that be? So in that, even you can put in a plastic spray bottle. It doesn't have to be in glass. Just because you're going to use it around the home, you're not going to consume it. So, but oh my gosh, this was fun.
It was.
This was fun. We're going to do this again. Throw our husbands under the bus. Yes, it's going to be great. So we hope you had fun too, and coming along on our journey. I mean, we truly are good friends, and we want to share that with you. And we love using our oils, so we want to share that with you too. So thank you for coming along. And if you have ideas and things you want us to talk about, like and subscribe down below, and give us some suggestions. So and if you subscribe, you won't miss a thing. So it's awesome. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.